afternoon and welcome to Around the Tiers. I'm Caitlin Pearson filling in for Steph. It's time to announce today's Southern Tier Tuesdays winner. Congratulations to Happy Compromise Farm and Sanctuary. The nonprofit is being awarded $2,000 from Upstate Shredding and Adam and Clover Weitzman. Joining me now in studio are co-founders Aaron Livens and Oliver Golick. Thank you both so much for being here. For those who may not be familiar, tell us a little bit about your organization.
Right, so we're a nonprofit vegan animal sanctuary, and also we focus on regenerative farming and agriculture to create a closed-loop system where there's no abuse or exploitation of animals.
We care for about 100 animal residents.
And I know you guys were originally set out west. What kind of brought you here to the East Coast?
Wildfires. We were trying to get away from the effects of climate change on the West Coast. So we relocated here last September with 100 residents to get away from fires.
And how did you kind of come to have so many animals in your care?
Oh,
They multiply.
Yeah, they found us.
Yeah. A lot of them come from like hoarding and abuse situations. They come from the animal agriculture industry where they are incredibly mistreated and mishandled, where they are able to escape really, and very few animals actually make it to sanctuary, and we hope to be able to tell their stories to help people connect and find the compassion in choosing to leave meat and animal products off their plates, you know.
And when we say 100 animals, how many different types of animals are we talking? Are we talking all farm animals, different types?
Both domestic and farmed animals. We have a lot of birds, and then we have cows and goats and sheep and alpaca, dogs and cats.
And is it just the two of you taking care of all of these animals?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
We have a couple of volunteers. We're looking for more all the time. But yeah, it's us full-time volunteers, basically. The two of us are full-time volunteers for the organization.
And what kind of brought you guys into this field of work?
Well, we originally started kind of a small homestead. That was our intention, where we would rescue animals as we could. But the need felt so great that we realized we couldn't do it alone. And we had to form a nonprofit so we could help more animals, really, and show more people what we were doing and what they could be doing to live more compassionately.
And when you talk about regenerative farming and things like that, could you kind of describe more of that for people who may not be familiar?
Yeah, absolutely. So we live in an area that's surrounded by mostly like dairy agriculture and corn and soy farms. And so there's actually not food for humans being grown there. So our goal is creating Happy Compromise in the area that we chose is to be able to create like a local food source for our neighbors, because we're actually in a food desert despite all of the food being grown around. And so we actually take all of our spent bedding from the animals, and that's what we use to make the compost. So there's no waste. A lot of places will pay to get their animal manure hauled off, but we put it back to the soil, and then we use those crops to feed the animals and to feed our neighbors and to feed ourselves. And eventually we'd like to set up like a commercial kitchen for vegan producers to be able to kind of rejuvenate the area and make money and bring industry back to Waverly.
And so, being the winners of this grant, what do you plan on using that money for?
They'll go towards our medical fund. We have constant vet bills, so it'll help a lot with that.
And when you're talking about caring for all these animals, I'm sure it must be tough to keep track of all the names, but do you have any kind of favorite characters out on the farm?
Oh, we take names very seriously. What are some of your favorites?
Oh, I think that Wally Walnut. So we have a whole family of alpacas that we took in, and the mama, we didn't know that she was pregnant, and so she just dropped like a surprise baby alpaca, and they're called the Nut family. So mama is cashew, her daughter's pistachio, her son is macadamia, and then the new baby is Wally Walnut. And so they're just like, they're my favorite family, I think.
Eugene and Eunice. We took in two pregnant mama sheep, and their names are Eugene and Eunice, but E-W-E.
And if people kind of want to be able to see these fun animal families, how could they do that?
Yeah, we're on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at Happy Compromise Farm. We're also on Patreon if anyone wants to help out on a monthly basis.
All right, great. Well, again, congratulations to both of you for winning this grant. I'm going to get more specific details about the organization to you now. This week's grant winner is Happy Compromise Farm and Sanctuary. Their goal is to create connection between animals, humans, and our planet. They rescue and provide forever homes for both farm and companion animals, as well as grow food for the community using organic and regenerative agriculture, and advocate for humans to make sustainable and eco-friendly lifestyle decisions. For more information, visit the website you see right there on your screen. And for more on previous grant recipients, be sure to check out Southern Tier Tuesdays on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.